Alright, yo, hello one and welcome everybody. What is going on? So we're here today to do Kara no Kyoukai episode 1. So these are essentially movies. And yeah, I've been trying to do some movies for a long time. I guess you might as well call it a series. Let's call it, I don't know, Movie Monday. Does that sound too stupid? I don't know. Let's call it Movie Monday. Yeah, Movie Monday. So once a week, we're going to do one of these Kara no Kyoukai, and then once we finish the movies, we're going to move on to something else, I guess. So yeah, why am I doing this? First of all, I've been downloading Kara no Kyoukai now for... I'm probably butchering the name. Let's call it K&K. I've been downloading K&K for 2 months. And I was going to do that yesterday. And then the files I downloaded, well, let's just say this, they were better quality, but I couldn't really use them in Premiere Pro, so I started downloading it all again. Just finished. Here we are. Why Kara no Kyoukai? Well, first of all, Super Saiyan recommended it to me, like I said, 2-3 months when I had much more time. So that's why I started downloading it back then. And like I said, I had much more time then, so I was actually planning on starting it, but it only finished recently. So I was like, you know what, I've already got it downloaded, I might as well watch it. So that's where we are today. Yeah, it's about 50 minutes long, this episode. I'm going to watch it by release date. Not so much, I know there's like a chronological order, but I'm going to watch it by release date. And that's basically what we're doing today with episode 1, which is obviously the first episode that was released. Let's just make sure that we were right at the beginning, which we seem to be. Also, today is essentially the last day you can actually... tell me your recommendations on my what anime should I watch next recommendation, the short anime edition. Like I said, you only have today, really. So if you wanna give your thoughts, or if you wanna leave your recommendations, you better do it quick, because like I said, it's your last day. You got roughly, give or take, 20 hours when this video is up. I would assume. So yeah. Anyway, as always, you will find a link in the description down below for Amazon Drive, where you can watch it with the actual footage in the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just making sure that we're right at the beginning, which we seem to be. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. I'm so glad this one is actually working. Yeah, like I said, the quality is not as great as the previous one. But the whole point is that this one I can actually put on Amazon Drive. Shiki. Red coat in the background. That's an empty room. That is a pretty empty room. Hagen, yes. Like I said, I've got no idea what this is about at all. Are they? That's gonna essentially fill up just with with ice cream. I wish I had some ice cream right now. It is movie night. The Garden of Sinners. I I've legitimately not got a single idea of what this anime is about. It's a bit loud though. Buffer table. That is quite loud. It looks beautiful though. It looks absolutely I mean, that's what you expected from Ufa Table though. What is this? Where did this just come from? You can't just go from like... What? Overlooking view. Traditional clothing. Now I've got no idea what that blood that person was at the beginning. Great. Volvic fan. Oh, this is perfect. I already know this is gonna be our favorite show ever. My favorite movie ever. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Is she a reporter? Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's no real way for that. Are these guys detectives or like journalists? I mean, that's debatable. That is debatable. No, you see, I don't agree with that. Not everyone that jumps off or kills himself needs to leave a note behind. You talking about the guy that just brought the ice cream? Yeah, I'm just trying to piece the pieces together right now. But obviously, what she's implying is that they were forced or that they were pushed off. But they were pushed off. The police should have, fingerprints or something. So I'm going with like hypnosis or something. I don't know. I don't know whether this world is supposed to be realistic. Or whether there's some, I don't know, something more going on. This music is creepy, perfect for Halloween, which is tomorrow, but still. Yo, this is creepy. How are you not freaked out? Ah, okay, it's right in front of you. It's not sealed off. The police just left it there. Okay, there's definitely some magical thing going on. Whoa, I have no idea. And a fifth suicide. How do you know? Ah, okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so what she saw were them jumping off them. Basically, them being back in time, if that makes sense. Wow. I mean, this blue right here is basically typical UFO table. She's about to jump off, isn't she? Jump. Well, she didn't. She just falls. True. She seems so much madder, and well, I mean, Yeah, number 6. That guy has not said a single word. He has been sitting there for like, I don't know how long they've been talking, but he's been sitting there and just not said anything. Yeah. He wasn't asleep, right? That didn't look asleep. That looked like something else. Is he gonna be one of them? I don't think so. He's not gonna be one. Wow. Wow. Okay, I would not go. I would not go in there. Okay, to be fair, I would. If she's got a knife, then I would. Yes, if I got a knife or something with me, I would. I'd be too curious. I would not. If I had something to defend myself, sure. Otherwise, I would never just walk in there. Somebody just jumped off. Somebody just jumped off the building, and you hear a voice inside. Who would actually go in there and be like, you know what? Let's have a look. Creepy. Okay, if I saw that, that's when I would. That's the moment that I would leave. God, I didn't even mean to pick this today, but it's so perfect for Halloween. Yo! Mind control, not mind. Might be my. What is going on? What is going on? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't. So her hand. Okay, I thought it was that's symbolic, but no, her hand is actually mechanical, or like a puppet. More like a puppet. Interest. What? Uh, what is happening? Why did her eyes just suddenly turn? And she cut off her hand. So is that how she controls people? Turns the hand or something? Or was her hand already like a puppet? What was that? Maybe I missed it, but I don't know whether she actually turned her hand into that puppet-like creature. And that's how she was able to control. Or if she already had a puppet-like hand, that's definitely puppet-like. I don't know. I don't know. But she did something. That girl over there is a puppet as well. Artificial arm. Okay. So she already had that. It wasn't turned. Okay. You know, they're actually really close to actually being able to do something like that. What's so special about him, though? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Basically, my guess right now, and it sounds really stupid. You know, I'll keep my guess because, like I said, it sounds really stupid. I was gonna say maybe his soul is out of his body or something, which is why he looks so lifeless. He's gonna eat ice cream, isn't he? Probably went to that bridge and then something happened to him. Because even that, I don't know, ghost girl, let's call her ghost girl for now, even she mentioned him. Oh yeah, she's only got one arm. I was gonna say, why why is he making it so complicated? But yeah, she only got one arm right now. I'm so confused for a second. Like, it's only ice cream. It's not really that difficult to open. Now I want some ice cream. Okay. Looks good as new. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Bring him back. Well, let's see. Round 2. Fight. Oh, she can control your arm. Does it matter if you got a new arm or not? Isn't 4, and this is just me, my interpretation right now, but isn't 4 like an unlucky number in Japan? Or is it China? I don't know where exactly, but I think 4 is like an unlucky number. Or 7? 4 or 7? I'm not really certain. Yeah, that's why they showed 4, number 4. The 8 Ghost Girl. What? Just straight up, 1 is gone. What's with her eyes? Those eyes are freaky. They look awesome, but they're freaky. Just gone. She seemed like a totally different person. Ooh, just gone. How you? Okay. Okay. Putting that arm to use. Gone. How many was that? I think that was like 5 now. 6 or 7. Only 1 remaining. No, okay. 2 remaining. What now? 1 remaining. Although I don't think it's going to be that easy for the last one. Those purpley blue eyes with that red coat look awesome. Come on, really? Come on now. Yo, this OST is awesome. This OST is awesome. She can fly, eh? Ah, come on. What is this? Oh. Suggestion. That's what it is. You better give him back right now. You should know. You should know when you're out of your element. Out of your depth. Okay. Okay, so my guess right now is that she's some sort of like... Okay. I was gonna say, my guess is that I think she's some sort of like spirit detective, or I don't know. In a hospital. Who is it? Who is it? I think it's her, just based on the voice. I'm the person who attacked you. Okay. So, is that a woman from the shop then? Yep. Okay. Okay. Dual existence. Interesting. So somebody's actually... Wow, that's a... Okay. A little bit selfish, I'd say. A little bit of selfish reasons there, right there. But at least it tells me more of just this world. So you be selfish. I'll learn more. Escape with a purpose. Okay. That's why she said, I'm not flying, I'm floating. Sorry, you're not flying, you're floating. She is not gonna... Well, I think she is. Yeah. She is. Wow, I did not expect her to do that. She can walk? No? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting, because the whole episode is called, I think, Overlooking View. And they've used that now 4 times. Obviously the premise of the thing. And he's back. August 31st. Yeah. Well, you'll be glad to know she ate the ice cream. If anything, really, that's the one thing you can be glad about. Fair point. As if you're falling into the sky. Well. Okay. Okay. I can kind of see where this show is gonna go. How this show is gonna go. How this show is gonna move on. Well, it's not really a show. It's a collection of movies, but still. For the greater good. Okay. Okay. I mean, this raised the issue of suicide and whatnot. This show is trying to raise like the not per se the issue. It's looking at me. Okay. Yep. Looking away as well, like, oh, nope. Nope. All right. Alright, yo. That was episode. Oh, that's a long intro. There's probably something at the end. No, sorry, not intro, ending. Yeah, that was something. That was something. I'm guessing like the more obviously I watch, the more. Looks like that's actually in. No, okay. It's look like one of those shows that you're ultimately will make more and more sense the more you watch right now. Right now, obviously, there's still a lot of questions in my mind, but I don't think I'm going to get the answer to any of them until I watch the next episode or so. So, like I said, I'm expecting that. So, yeah, but for what this episode was, first of all, let me just say this, because obviously today, tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, whatever time zone you live in, this being the day where, October 31st, so I mean, perfect for Halloween. I had some scary moments. Honestly, that one scene when she first entered the Fujo building, that was rather scary. I'm not really someone that gets scared at all. I think honestly, I think it's just because I've had so many experiences with people just like surprising me. People breaking into a house while I'm downstairs while I'm watching TV, and then somebody just breaks through the window, and I'm like, where did you just come from? Why are you breaking into a house? When I was very young, that happened like 3 times in a span of a year. And I think just like I don't really get shocked anymore. I don't really get scared as well anymore at all. Not really. But it was still like the one thing that does scare me are usually dolls. I usually like puppets and dolls. That's just because of the horror movies that I used to watch as a kid. Like dolls coming alive and then strangling you in the middle of the night. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have watched that as a 6-year-old kid. Just saying. Maybe I shouldn't watch movies like that as a 6-year-old kid. But yeah, this was quite fun. This was quite fun. Back to this, obviously, to Kara no Kyoukai episode or movie 1. Obviously, you got introduced to 3 main characters, I would assume. Obviously, you've got Shiki, you've got Tojo, I believe, and like the guy, his name was like Koto. I don't know. I think Kotaro or Kokoro, something along those lines. Yeah, and like he seems to be like one of those people that ultimately finds somebody that is either hurt, damaged, or just empty, and like he just seems to want to help them get better and whatnot. So he brought the girl that was in the hospital. He kept bringing her flour, and then when she started floating / flying, they haven't really explained how, like what the exact process is for someone that is just sitting there to then start to suddenly just start being able to float / fly. But they did mention that you essentially there are 2 ways. The first one is you are floating, which means that you have no purpose, or you're flying, and it means that you actually have a purpose. She also mentioned that there was somebody, I'm guessing we're going to get introduced to him sooner or later, that essentially gave her a dual personality, so she could control 2 bodies with 1 mind. When she went up against Shiki in a ghost form, in a thought form, mind form, call it what you want, Shiki mentioned something along the lines of like mind control, temptation, which is quite fascinating. I'm really interested to see where they obviously go with this show. How this is obviously gonna go on. How this is gonna essentially like what's gonna happen. Fujo builder on the late Yusuke Fujo. Okay. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, you see a thing there as well. Yep. Well. Also, I wonder what's up with with Shiki's eyes. Toko. I'm gonna bring this up just at the end, I guess. Okay. Like, it seemed like this show, at least this episode, I don't know, it's probably too early to say this show, but this show is trying to like raise the issue, or at least discuss the issue, at least in a tasteful manner, discuss the issue of suicide, September 1998, overlooking view. Alright, I think that's the end. Next, no, we're not watching the preview. Not watching the preview, definitely not. But this show seems to like want to raise the issue of like suicide in like a tasteful manner. And so far, it's done a pretty good job. You know, so far it's not been in a bad manner. They've not really discussed it in a manner where it's offensive or not. Like, what's this guy's name? Like I said, I don't know his name. I think it starts with a K. I think it's like Koto. Like I said, Koto or Kokoro. But like he brought up the issue of like, you know, like when he was asked, would you ever commit suicide? He essentially said, if I had a virus or something and I could infect all of Tokyo, for example, then I think I would probably kill myself. And that's a really utilitarian approach. I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer, you know, to suicide. I feel like a lot of people obviously go through a lot of difficult things. I mean, everyone has gone through difficult things, ultimately, you know. Now, some people, they just feel like they can't get out of it. Other people, they know or they believe that they can. Some ultimately will, some won't. But like I said, it's not as black and white as, you know, as people always try and make it out to be, like, you know, you shouldn't do that, or you should have the choice to do with your life what you want, or you should not be able to do that because you're wasting. You ultimately, you know, life can only get better. There's a lot of different views. Obviously, my view is personally that, you know, each person is unique, each person is different. I do always think that, you know, ultimately, I personally feel that if you have family, you know, if you have people that you can talk to, then already there is something there holding you back. You know, and there's already something there that is good in your life, if that makes sense. So, for example, you know, let's say everything in your life is going wrong, everything is happening bad. So, for example, you got fired from your job, your family hates you. I don't know, all your grades are bad. You're getting kicked out of your house. Like, let's say everything is happening at once and it's just so overwhelming. Well, at least if you have one person there, you know, a friend or a boyfriend or girlfriend or you know, anything really. I think just for that one person, you kind of owe it to that one person. Maybe I'm just being, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like I said, it depends on each person, but that's just the way I see that. Usually, people always have something or somebody that is still there for them. Even if everything is going wrong, there's always somebody or something that is still holding them back. And and you should focus on the positive rather than the negative, in my opinion. Although it's always much easier to think about the negative than it is about the positive, because the negative is usually just straight in your path. You know, the negative is usually just right in front of you, whereas the positive is always like, you know, it's always either much further ahead to a point where you can't even see it happening, or it is just obscure. Anyway, that's my thoughts though on that. Obviously, on suicide, I know we kind of deviated, but I mean the whole episode was about suicide as well, so I thought it would be good to talk about. Yeah, like I said, this is Movie Monday, and I'll try doing, like I said, this is the plan. We'll see whether I'll be successful with it or not, but it's a plan to do at least one of these every Monday. Maybe it's gonna end up being like every second Monday, but I'll try doing it every Monday, one episode. Yeah, I'm just hoping for the next episode or like the next few episodes that we'll actually learn more about the world. There are only like 7 or 8 episodes, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna learn more about the world and just more about, like, especially that somebody. But yeah, until then, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, peace out everyone and have a nice day. Bye.